Cool. So I want to start off with my favorite quote and from my favorite movie, Rocky Balboa. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving. It's how hard, it's how much you can take and keep moving, and that's winning. Good evening, everybody. My name is Safdhar, and I've co-founded Steppin' Out, one of the largest events company in India, which got acquired a couple of months back by Swiggy, as well as we are a hospitality. We own and operate approximately 30 restaurants across the country and currently valued at approximately about $100 million. And I wanted to take you through the elements of building a business and some of the key elements I have followed in building my business as well. Entrepreneurship and business building have 4 factors according to me. One is current trends. You really need to know what the trend is going on right now. And what I mean by that is you can never be too early in the market or be too late in the market. And for me, my current trend comes from traveling a lot. I travel every 2 months or every 3 months across the globe as well to get in ideas, to see what's happening around the globe, what are the trends which is going on, what is not going on, because I always believe that, Western trends usually come into like the central world as well as the eastern world in due course of time. So to understand current trends into what this thing is, why I travel a lot and why it's extremely important while building a business. The second thing which I see is market size. When you're building a business, you need to really understand what is the problem are you solving. Is there a problem which needs a solution, and that is when the business can succeed. And what I mean by that is, if you're not solving somebody's problem, people are not going to use it because everybody have problems in life. It might be different problems. Your problem might not be my problem might not be the third person problem, but if you are building a business which is going to solve somebody's problem, that definitely becomes big. And that's exactly, again, coming back to my business, with Steppin' Out, what I really built with problem solving is basically building in quality-driven events. See, in India, people have the money to spend. People have the money to go out. They want good quality experiences, what you get when you go abroad. Why do all of you love going for a Coldplay concert abroad or going for a concert abroad? It is the experience what you get. It's the same music. Coldplay is going to sing the same songs what he's going to sing in India or what he's going to sing in Europe. It's the same songs what he's going to sing. But you always prefer going for a concert abroad is because of the experience what you get. That was the problem solving of why we built Steppin' Out in India, of giving in quality-driven events with experience as well. Third thing is market size. Another very important element which you need to think through, do a lot of R&D when you build a business is what is the market size. And what I mean by that is how many people are going to use it. Why is Ola, Uber and all the Paytm and all of these big businesses successful? It's because the general public, the market size is so huge, and what I mean by the market size is so huge is that you, me, and everybody are going to use this. That is market size. This is the difference between building a niche business and a niche product as well as the consumer product, which is a mass-oriented product. Whenever the market size is huge, naturally the business becomes more because the people using it are going to be a lot more than building in a niche business. That is why it is extremely important to understand what is the problem you're solving and what is the market you're addressing to as well. Of course, the last thing is feasibility. Feasibility is basically running the business. Now, is it too expensive for you to run the business? Is it not too expensive for you to run the business? Is it possible for you to make money running this business? See, every business, other than NGOs and other than non-profit organizations, every business is built to make money. Like, you're building profits and you're solving somebody's problem. In that process of solving somebody's problem, you're making money. That is business. So, feasibility comes in, is the business going to sustain on its own in due course of time? Is it going to be a profitable business where it's going to sustain, or will it not sustain where it will head towards bankruptcy? Again, this is the feasibility study which we need to do every single time we have an idea or we want to build a business. So again, this is the first step of basically starting up entrepreneurship, getting an idea. I want to understand what I want to build. Is there a market size? How big is my market size? Is it solving any problem? What is the feasibility? I've got my idea. Step 1, done. I've got my idea. According to me, it's the next billion-dollar idea. This is what I want to do. And yes, of course, I'm becoming an entrepreneur. The next step is basically building a brand. I always take Mercedes-Benz as an example of basically brand building. Right from the time they've started, I think in 1927 or 1930, till today, they are making the best cars. How are they making the best cars? See, they are evolving with time. From 1940s to 50s to 60s to 70s to how 2000, they are basically evolving with time on the trend. Addressing my first point on the current trend. What is the current trend? What do people want to drive? Is it electric? Is it diesel? Is it petrol? What are the technology you need in the car? Based on current trend, they release a new car. Every single time they release a new car, the name is the same. It's Mercedes-Benz A-Class, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, GLA, EQC. The primary brand of Mercedes-Benz stays. This is another theory which I followed while building all our brands. We have Steppin' Out Food Festival, Steppin' Out Night Market, Steppin' Out Movie Nights, Comedy Nights, multiple IPs, but under the brand name of Steppin' Out because I followed this particular theory of relatability. Now with this, what happens is, every time people are talking about each of Mercedes-Benz's car, you're saying the word Mercedes-Benz. That is the brand recall, what you're creating in people's mind. That is the most important recall which you need to basically put your brand out, is basically brand recall. How do you create this brand recall? Multiple strategies, different brands have different strategies, but this is the strategy what I follow. By using your primary brand name and creating sub-brands attached to it. That is the same theory BMW has followed. That is the same theory Audi has followed. Why? They create a primary brand and they create sub-brands to it so that people always recall the primary brand. So you've created a business now, again, taking a step back, you have an idea, you have $1 billion idea, you've done your market study, you've now come out and basically built a brand. Like basically you've had a brand strategy of saying that, yes, this is how I want to build my brand. The next step goes into basically building a successful business. Going back, you've got an idea, you've decided how you want to build a brand. The most important thing is your team. Either finding a co-founder or basically getting your right team. See, businessmen and your top team are two sides of the same coin. If you don't have a businessman, a top team cannot exist, and a top team cannot be there if the businessman doesn't exist. It's two sides of the same coin. Both of them are equally important. The businessman is not above the top team, nor is the top team above the businessman. They're two sides of the same coin. Very important for you to find people who share common vision like you, common goal like you, comfortable working in, like basically getting in your top team or getting in a co-founder is like getting married. So you have to be really comfortable. You need to know that, yes, this is the person you want to do and you want to go forward with because you're building a particular business and they share the same vision and same goal as much as yours. Third thing is like your business model. Again, I had mentioned this earlier as well, you need to build a profitable business model. You need to understand, don't get lost with so many stories what you hear about, startup funding, you're raising, 100 crores, you're raising 200 crores, loss-making businesses. Do not fall for all of that. You need to ensure, we've seen a lot of IPOs as well, like expected IPOs to basically going down because of the element of profitability. Why? Because they're not able to build a successful, profitable business. In the upcoming world right now, it's no more about, burning money and raising funds. It's about building a very successful, profitable business. And with my second company, VRO, that's what we have done. Bootstrapped, raised very minimal funds, and raised a profitable business basically without raising in funds. So that is when our business model comes into play. And the last and the most important thing as well is timing. You cannot be too early in the market. You cannot be too late in the market. You need to ensure you're there at the right place at the right time. Most important thing as well. You see the trends of how disruption has happened in India. When Ola has come, when Uber has come, all are 2010 companies, when the technological disruption was happening. Paytm has come, Swiggy has come, Zomato has come, 2013, 2014. Again, a technological disruption when it was happening. Everything is all about the timing. A lot of, see, when Swiggy and Zomato was there were a lot of other food companies as well, which could not sustain, which could not do very well. Like basically, because of the timing again. Ola and Uber, like that there were other companies as well, which could not really sustain this thing. So it is about being at the right place at the right time, building a successful particular model, and having the right team as well. So with this, I'm going to conclude this whole presentation as well. And my last slide is evolution or extinction. This is another theory which I always follow in life, because if you don't evolve, you are going to be extinct. Why did dinosaurs become extinct? Because they couldn't evolve to their climatic condition and the neighborhood condition of the world. Why did Nokia become extinct? They couldn't basically evolve to the technological advancement of how, when technology advanced, they could not really advance as, themselves. That's why Nokia and BlackBerry failed. Every single time, the technological shift, why did your DTH and cable shift? Because in the technological advancement of OTT, DTH and cable could not survive. That's why. Every single time in our learning curve, we need to keep evolving with time. Because if you don't evolve, you become extinct. Thank you.